Our destination?
Stay home, save money.
Let's go for a ride.
Welcome to Girls Trip. It's cold out.
Very cold.
So we are talking about date nights, whether with your man or your girls.
Yeah.
That you can stay home, save some money, go low budget, but still have fun and not just be we're going to scroll Netflix for an hour.
Please, no. We need another option.
Until it's time to go to bed.
The worst is when you finally get dinner done and you both sit down on the couch and it's been 20 minutes. You still can't find what to watch and the dinner is cold. And that's the worst.
Yes.
That is the vortex of terror. That's
20 minutes is actually pretty short.
Yes.
There are some nights where
45.
I've given up and
Brutal.
I'm like, well, that was my TV time and I'm going to bed now. So forget it.
That's brutal.
Yeah. Okay. So one of my favorite things to do with my husband when we're home is we're very like nerdy in this way. So we love games and we love mysteries. It's hard to find fun games with two people.
It's true.
It's a challenge.
It is a challenge.
But we have done a couple of those like escape the room, break the box, solve the mystery in a box type thing. That have actually been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think the key to finding a good one is that some are designed to just do in a small group. Like they'll say 2 to 8 players or something like that. Whereas others are designed to host a party.
Yes, I've had that
The
before.
ones that you do that are meant to host a party, they're not great to do with just two of you.
Unless Lauren comes up with it, then it's
Yeah.
great.
Then I do it, but
Perfect.
those are like, and they actually have some like really fun, decent ones that you can find for like $20, like Home Goods or something like that. So if you are planning a party and you want all of your friends to come over, you can still have an at-home date night for $20 with everybody, and you can do that. But if you're looking for just something for two of you, go with the one that's not for a party, because then you have the host instructions and they're like, hide this under a pillow, and you're like, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go have him off.
So that doesn't work out as well. The brand To Hunt a Killer actually has some really great ones that work out for just, two of you at home. You can also make it a little bit of a competition, which is, you can either do it the same night, like if you have another couple that's home, like they can buy the same one, and you can be sort of like,
you'd like start
competing
together or something. Yes.
Otherwise, we have definitely passed it on to other people and been like, see if you can beat our time, or
Maybe you don't beat it at all.
yes, or box one. Have we all done box one?
Yes.
Here is like
You
one.
haven't done it yet.
You
You
haven't
have
done it
not
yet.
done it
Pretty sure we have it.
Yeah, you actually still have my box that I let you borrow.
We do.
I think it's been like 2 years.
We were in Barnes and Nobles recently, and we were looking for box 2, but I think it might just be a Target thing, right?
Yes, that doesn't exist yet.
Box 2 does not exist.
You would have been
Okay.
looking real hard.
We're still looking.
She's like, we're still trying to find.
I write Neil Patrick Harris letters weekly begging him for box
please
2.
make another one.
But yes, box 1 is for sure at Target, and that's also another phenomenal one. So yeah, that is like one of my favorite things to do as like really cheap.
Stay home.
Stay
save
home.
Money.
Sometimes I'm spending $20. Sometimes, our friends give us one and we spent $0.
Yeah. Super fun.
So yeah, that's definitely one of my tops.
Super fun. Have I mentioned that I have a competition problem? So something that we've definitely enjoyed in the past is having some type of cook-off of some kind. Thomas really likes cooking, like a lot, but he likes is very specific. He likes cooking meat. Like that's what he likes cooking. So typically it'll be like he does the meat and then I'll do the side. So the cook-off is good. However, saving money might not be a part of this because if
maybe
you get
choose on sale,
if you're super competitive, it could get dark
maybe
real
that
quick.
needs to be a part of the competition.
Yeah,
Like you set a budget.
Sure.
And you go from there, or like whatever you make can only have like 5 ingredients or something.
Yes. So anything competition wise, and especially like taking food out of it, like if you do a Mario Kart, oh my God, just like Mario Kart for 3 hours straight.
Yes.
I mean, you want a divorce afterwards, but I mean, OMG.
Has my husband been like, I need you to not get so angry when we're playing that? And I'm like, okay.
What's your go-to character in Mario Kart?
Tanuki.
Said it so quick.
What is that?
Tanuki's like Mario, but he's like in the raccoon outfit.
That
It's
sounds
adorable.
like
Raccoon Mario.
someone
Yeah.
that should be from Jersey Shore, like Snooky, Tanuki.
Tanuki.
I've never
with
heard
a
that.
motorcycle and with like the whatever number 8 little parachute thingamabarishka.
They do
They're
it.
speaking another language right now.
They do it quite often.
I
Yeah.
have that is like the only character that I play is Tanuki.
Yeah, I'm not on that train. I'm not
Anyway.
on the
My
Mario
husband
Kart
has
train.
turned me into like an Xbox person too, and I Switch person.
Well, this is the only game that I play. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was
Smash
never
Bros.
like, I wouldn't consider myself in any realm of any universe a gamer, but I do enjoy a good game. So that is one way we have bonded in the past with no money involved whatsoever. So if we're fighting each other, versing each other, it's like a running joke. Like I'll never beat him in anything,
But we're gonna
It's just
try.
like it's a night where it's like, okay, it's date night. We're not spending any money. Joy's mad. He's happy, but this is what we do. So that's kind
It's
of
fine. It's fine.
yeah. So
All right, I'm gonna kick it off for the girls' night. I have never done one, but I've always wanted to do a PowerPoint party.
Yes.
expound, please.
I've never been so excited.
So I've been told. I know.
Lauren's, like,
I know that
Dream
like
come true.
if we're trying to do like okay, who can do it the best? We know who can do the best. But I think
I will have animation in mind.
Okay,
So.
all right. So
and
basically,
Rebecca will be the most entertaining.
I
because
probably would. I'll be the presenter who will just like.
She might not even know what her own PowerPoint's about.
I have an idea. Hold on. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. PowerPoint party is you come up with a topic and then everyone does their own research. So say it's like, you know, your favorite movie. Everyone picks their favorite movie. They create, I don't know if you have an X amount of slides that we have to do. And it can either be, it's like basically a debate. You're trying to either inform everyone about it or you're trying to convince them that they need to watch it. Or I'm sure you could do many different little spins of different things inside of the game. But I have never done one and I've heard that they're fun. I've heard people do them when they pick like their vacations.
Yes.
Like their whole
They, like, pitch
family.
it.
These are fun.
Pitches
Yeah.
the idea
These
and
are
they're
fun.
like, hey guys, like this is why we should go to, you know, Hawaii or wherever. So I've always wanted to do one. But I haven't had the time to really like think about it and
Plan a
then
PowerPoint party?
I'm
Yeah. Plan a
loving
PowerPoint.
this.
So
Have you seen the version where everyone has to pick a topic? And I don't know if it's like more fun to go like the more obscure of that you go for your topic, and then somebody else has to present.
that was
run the
exactly
PowerPoint?
my
Yeah.
idea right now. I was like, so guys,
so
which
fun.
we're
I'm
gonna
sure-
like pass it to the left, and then you have no idea what's coming
Like
next.
Rebecca
so
will
fun.
do an entire PowerPoint on Pilates instructing, and then Lauren will give the presentation.
I'd be like, these are your muscles and bones, and she's trying to
These
say
are your muscles and bones. I'm listing them now.
Well, if we wanted to go viral, that would be the way to do it because that would be
so fun.
gold.
I just
so
think
fun.
that that's like, I mean, I like entertaining, so I'm sure that would be a really fun time.
My PowerPoint would be Lord of the Rings lore.
Yes.
And you would give that. You would give that
Yes.
presentation.
Oh,
Or
I'd love
Lauren,
this.
actually, this would be very
could go.
entertaining.
Yeah.
This would
that
be
would be
great.
hilarious.
So this is like absolutely no money. I mean, if you have,
Yeah.
even if you don't have like a laptop, just borrow.
Yeah. There's
No, this is
plenty
just
of
time and
free-
effort.
Yeah,
This
this
is
is
time
time
and
and
effort.
effort. This is time and
This is-
effort.
yeah.
I like this.
And
Okay,
you could
so
bring snacks.
I'm gonna go off of that because this is also something I've never done.
Okay.
But this is also like a get your girls together, where you do a like closet try on purge where like everyone
cool.
brings a bag
Oh,
and
oh,
then
yes,
you
I've seen these
also
before. These are
wherever
fun.
whichever
Yeah.
house you're at
Okay.
like,
These are
they're
fun.
the main closet but everyone can bring stuff and you I mean some people will like there's whole books dedicated to this concept of like
What?
going through your closet
Yeah.
and like reorganizing and like determining what you should keep and what you should get rid of and like so some people really go intense but yeah there are some things that like I need to part with in my closet And sometimes just organizing that with a support system, because we've definitely talked about like you get super motivated and you start the process and then you look at your bed and there's like a mound of clothes and you're like, what did I do?
And you're like, I need to go to bed now, so this is all going on my floor.
Yeah, exactly. So you need that like moral support to finish.
So
we're gonna finish.
I need some clarification. Why is everyone else bringing clothes as well?
To do a little bit of a try on, to be like, do I keep this?
I got you.
Do I get rid of it?
Why are we giving the person clothes?
No.
She's trying to purge. Okay.
I had a different version of this when I was moving, and I had you two come over. And
yes.
It was
like, joy.
No one spent any money, but there were brain cells lost that night because I was so tired, and I had you guys come over to basically pack up my kitchen. If you guys weren't there, I would have had maybe a quarter of the kitchen packed up, and I would have been like, well.
And she would have kept all of her mugs.
Time for bed.
Yeah.
I don't even have that many mugs.
She had like 55.
In a different world, I think the other half of that idea is that you also like can swap things. Be like, I'm done with this.
Okay.
Like, which, I mean, you're really the problem here. Your height makes it a little.
I was like,
I can't.
What did I do?
I can't
You're the
take
problem.
anything.
To be honest, nothing I have probably will fit you guys. Yes,
But maybe something else. We can't even do shoes, but jewelry. I don't know, something that
Jewelry
you
could
are
be
ready
fun.
to pass
Jewelry can
on
be fun.
if you're done with.
Yeah.
So yeah, that sounds like it could be a fun night where you also end up with a clean closet. So
Yeah.
yeah, I like that.
that could
Definitely
be
like that.
that could be a good one. Any
Date night?
other date night?
I have a date night one. So I actually did do this, but this is just like fun. I do not remember if this was during, if this was 2020 or if this was earlier, but movie night or movie theater, I transformed my living room into a movie theater.
Oh,
So-
I did that. We did this on a Valentine's night one night.
And
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
exactly remember what it was, but I had 4 movies that I had picked. So I like set up, I don't know, like an area where he had to go and like pick the movie, and then like I had the snacks ready, so he had to pick a snack, and then I was like, you have to give me a kiss in order to get your snack. And then we had like blankets and all. It's just fun. It was just something to, I don't know if everyone will enjoy that because it's kind of cheesy and not whatever. I mean, you're spending a little money.
Adorable.
But it's adorable. Thank you. And then you get to watch a movie, you know, that
I feel like when you
have already picked already.
when you reframe something like that, because I feel like if you're just like, we're just gonna sit on the couch and put on a Netflix movie, like you're not always like engaged. You're some sorts like you're on your phone or like whatever. But when you put like just reframe it a little bit and put a special touch, like you're much more likely to actually be present in that moment and like watch it.
It goes back to the thought that's behind it, the thought and the effort that goes into it ahead of time. So one Valentine's Day, he came home and there was literally a fort from the TV to the couch.
Oh
And it
my
was
gosh,
just
I love
covered.
this.
And I had bought these like stringed heart lights that I strung up in the whole thing. He redid the entire fort because it was not sustainable. He was like,
It's like, this needs structure.
he was like, this is not up to code, and
We're not gonna be able to
redid all
stay
that.
here.
That's funny.
But and again, what were we doing? Watching a movie, and which we could have done without any of the nonsense.
That's so cool.
But yeah, it's the thought and intention that goes behind it.
Thomas, who's her husband and my brother, we are expert fort builders.
Expert fort builders. I did not do this growing up. I'm
I
a
used to
novice.
love
I'm a
doing
novice.
this.
We spent our childhood building forts, and my parents, bless them, because we were like, we didn't call them really forts, we called them like apartments.
Oh my god!
So
mine was a
this
fort
was like
level.
when our friends would
Or
come
10.
over and we wanted to like play house, right? We grab like every sheet and tablecloth we could find, and we are like pinning them
Yes.
into the walls and ceiling to create like, this is the kitchen, this is the living room, this is the bedroom.
Oh boy!
It was a full day
so that
production.
explains that when he came home, he was like, "Oh,
yeah.
This is nice.
that's so cute."
So yeah, I don't know how valuable those skills are in life, but we take our forts seriously.
Well, I like the pinning because we used to just put large books and dictionaries, and if that slid off the
Concordances.
table,
Yeah.
kapow, it would hit. I'd be like, oh my gosh, get
yeah,
whacked. So I
no,
like
we
that.
needed
I
to
like
be
that
able to
idea.
like stand. Like this
Oh,
was
ours was
this
like we're in a
floor-
cave.
Yeah, no, this is like floor to ceiling. Like we have doorways and you know the whole thing.
For all the parents out there, what are some stay home, save money mom hacks that you've come across?
So actually, in the spirit of forts,
Forts.
they're still a little young, so it hasn't been like fully worth it to do that type of fort yet. But the Dollar Tree, or I'm sure any dollar store, has super fun wrapping paper, like with all their favorite characters, princesses and Mickey and superheroes, like whatever. So anytime I'm there and I find something new that they would love, I stock up on a roll of wrapping paper. And I will wrap our like dining room table.
Okay, yes.
And just like cut out a doorway or like windows.
That is so cute.
And they'll set up like a little fort underneath there.
That's adorable. Yeah.
And then the dining room table is off limits for like 10 days.
And then it just stays there for a while until it's destroyed.
So cute.
But that's literally $1.25, and that's all that they need. My daughter is big into at-home spa nights, so we do.
Of course she is.
Of course. But like she's still young enough where you can keep it very low key, where we just like, it's all about the experience and the ambiance. So like we hang twinkle lights in the bathroom, and we get like a bath bomb. We put like our bathing suits on. We do a bath bomb in the tub. I'll set my laptop up, and she just wants to like have a smoothie, watch a movie.
What a life.
Have a smoothie.
What a life. She just wants to have a smoothie.
I have to have the cucumbers for the eyes.
So cute.
And we massage each other's feet.
Wait, what are her hands
with her
like?
little tiny hands that can't really do anything.
So cute.
So yeah, for the kids, there's infinite
That
amounts
is some exciting
things. Okay, this one is very specific, and this is for the tired parents who don't really have the time or energy to plan something, but don't just want to like lay there.
Right.
What Miles and I will do is we will go on YouTube to the Architectural Digest channel, and
Joy and I are like, what?
they have this series where they have 3 designers design a space. So they give them like a picture of a room.
This reminds me of a HGTV show years ago. Okay, keep going. Yeah,
and it's like, it's a dorm room. It's an attic that needs to be an office. It's like an outdated living room, whatever it is. And they have like an unlimited budget. There's no specific client. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
It is so bad. Like you can't even comprehend.
They just go like,
how bad. And we're like, are these for real?
Is it because there is no boundary that it gets so
Wait, are
bizarre?
they professional?
No, they're professional. They're professional designers.
Wow.
Who are, and they're not, there's no real space. So they're designing this like on a computer to like show you.
Sure.
But it's like, it will
Insanely
blow
bad.
your mind.
Yeah.
So
How did you stumble upon this?
I don't even know. But
where do you go to
we
this?
get so excited when a new episode comes out.
I want to watch this now.
Because you're just like, your mind will be blown at how ridiculous. And they're talking about it like
this
is great. And this
Yeah.
is so serious. And then, so we make our comments and then we go into the comments.
Yeah.
Okay.
And those are just going to have you rolling, because I'm like, we can't be the only ones who
are
are like,
thinking this.
what is happening here?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
So yeah, it's just a little bit more fun and interactive than your typical, put on a random YouTube before you fall asleep.
I love that. How long are like the episodes?
They're
and
not
stuff?
long. I want to say they're like 15 minutes.
Oh, okay, great. We
Yeah.
can do like 5
So
of
you
them.
can do 5 of them. So yeah, but that has been very entertaining for us to do.
Wow. I would
Wow.
love to do that.
I kind of want to start it tonight.
I know, me too. I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna go home and we're gonna look this up.
You're really gonna be floored at how insane the designs are.
In the world we live in right now, we need to find any way possible to be saving money. So I like this one.
Yeah.
I was
like
just
this
gonna
one.
come up with one. I was like, well, when we could go to the store and we could pick each other, outfits and make them try them on. We actually did. I think I made us do this once at the mall.
Yes.
But then if you like it and it costs too much money, that's a problem. So that
Yes.
might not be so fun to do.
That
But
was funny
that's still
though.
fun.
Our husbands
Our husbands picked outfits for us.
outfits out for
Oh,
us.
so fun.
So that's
fun.
a
Just guess what
surefire
Artie put me
way.
in.
Yeah.
Just guess what Artie put me in.
That's not a stay home date night, but it is a date night.
Yeah.
That is
Oh, yeah.
fun.
I think the stay home version of that is you go to like a Goodwill
Yes, that would be it.
and pick something and bring it home and like, put it together. You were in like
Basically,
overalls.
like,
it was
like a
actually
farm
Artie's
jumpsuit.
dream.
It was a jumpsuit.
It was Artie's dream though. That's
It
what he
was.
actually wants.
He actually was like, yeah, I kind of like that. Was it a head? It was like a scarf.
A kerchief.
Kerchief. It
Yes,
was a kerchief.
yes.
Yeah. And he did pick out these earrings, which I actually did buy the earrings because I was like, kind of like these.
Okay, so productive.
Yeah, but I was like, oh, okay. And then you had like pleather.
It was
like,
bad. These like
shorts.
leather shorts and like these white boot. Like it was just
bad.
very
Miles,
weird.
but not for his design choices.
No.
It was a fun. We had a good time.
No. Yeah, that's not good.
Laughing. We had a good time laughing at that. So.
Yeah. So that was very fun. We've actually done something which was fun. I think we did it actually in the car. We had a long car ride, but you could totally do this at home.
This is fun.
Where
is so
we
fun.
sort of did a draft,
draft.
basically, right? And we kind of took turns.
So we had a long car ride home in different cars, and we were on the phone, and were we challenging you guys? Were Thomas and I challenging you and Miles in your car to?
Yes.
Okay. So it was us versus you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. So the draft was, I think it was like top movies, right? So it was like highest grossing or like best rated movies of all time. And then we had like five picks each. And then at the end of it, go on IMDb and see which one's ranked higher. And
That's
whoever
really
one's ranked
cool. Okay, I like
higher
that.
won. So there's like infinity topics that you can choose from.
Yeah.
this.
Sure.
We will do this sometimes when we're trying to fall asleep at night. We can't fall asleep. We're just like, okay. And then
Let's do a draft.
they get ridiculous. So like, okay, so the color red, go. And then we just do the color red drafts.
We actually did that one.
Yeah. So like I'll do, okay, so my number one, Elmo. He'll go, my number one, Santa. So we just go back and forth like that. Where it gets to the point where there is actually no, like
It's subjective.
it's
That is
subjective.
okay.
At
Yeah.
the end of it, someone does say, yeah, your draft won based
Yeah.
on nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So
Just purely
you
like
know
kinda
it's
like
gotten
that.
ridiculous when we're like, okay, this is tonight. It's gonna be the everything draft. It's like, okay,
of all time.
oxygen, like everything. So, but those are
Oxygen.
super, super fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
lots of laughs.
That's exciting. I like that one.
Yes, lots of laughs.
I don't know if I can get Artie on board on that, but he might.
You might get into that. It
What if-
depends on what
if
the
we were,
topic
like,
is.
Home Depot.
Home Depot finds
Fine. Home
Fine.
Depot
Yes,
finds.
yes. There you go.
types of wood.
We could do that one. That would be a good one. Okay.
I also jotted down for a girls' night, which I've never done this, but I feel like if you're looking to not put out the money, if you're really cracking down on your budget for like a cooking type thing, well, I actually did two things. So the one thing I was like, if you do want to do food, and I've actually been trying to get us to do this for a while, and I'm gonna make it happen.
Oh yes, I know what you're gonna say.
Is where we kind of all
Yeah.
like cook
the recipe yes.
together
Okay.
and that we all go home with like a portion of it. That
Yeah.
way we're all going home with like 3 different meals that we
Yeah.
can have for that week. So yes, you're putting out money to buy the groceries, but you would be doing that
Anyway,
regardless
right.
during the week. But the like really budget saving version of that is to have all your girls over and do a recipe swap. Because I feel like all the time I'm talking to someone or I'm at their house and I eat something and I'm like, this is so good, send me the recipe. But then we never do.
We always forget
because
or
we always
something
forget or we're too busy or they're like, oh, like, yeah, you're not going to be able to read my handwriting. Like I need to write it
recipe
down.
swap.
Yeah.
Recipe swap is a winner.
So I feel
I like
like-
that a lot.
Because
Yep.
my mom had the women who came to my bridal shower almost 12 years. Well, no, my bridal shower was 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Write out a recipe card. It's a very traditional thing to do, and it's in an album. And I still use that all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm always, it's a disaster. Like I need to put it in a new one. But, anytime someone gives you a tried and true recipe,
Yeah.
the
It's
results are
valuable.
10
Something like
times better than
Valuable.
like finding something on Google that I'm like,
Testing
It's,
it
like, never even
and then you have
good.
to tweak
I
it.
have
You
actually
don't know if it's
resorted
good.
to ChatGPT.
really?
Yes, I have done things like, okay, these are the ingredients I have handy in my pantry right now. Make me a recipe with these ingredients. And it does work really. ChatGPT is on another level, guys.
That would
Very-
actually.
and I could
seem like
give
it
it
would
like
be really good
parameters.
for
Like
me.
these are the ingredients I have. I need something within 30 minutes. Like, and you can be very specific, and then sometimes it messes up. But yeah, that's also a really good way to.
So
make
that's
something quick.
again another good like
Yeah.
budget saving because it's using what you have. And if your spouse likes to cook with you,
Another thing that ChatGPT is good at is, don't ask me how I know this. It was for a gift. I basically said, okay, I'll just tell the story. So I was making a gift for my brother, okay? And my brother really likes like figuring things out and like puzzles. So I got him one of those cryptex things from like the Da Vinci Code, and I put like a bunch of bills in there, like money in there, and I set the code, and then I asked ChatGPT to give me a 6-letter give me a riddle where the answer is 6 letters long, because that's how long it is. And it gave me like hundreds of different types of riddles that it just came up with on its own. And you could say, well, I want the code to be Joseph, which is my brother's name. Then it will give me a riddle for that word. So fun. Yeah.
That's pretty
really
impressive.
cool.
Taking all of the brain work.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out.
So if you want to save money and turn your brain off, then
that could
work. Do that. Okay. So this is my most embarrassing. I can't believe I'm going to say this.
Yes, say
I don't
it.
even know if my husband will be embarrassed or not. He doesn't get embarrassed that often, but this is embarrassing. So this is going back, gosh, we were living in Weehawken. So this was in the first 5 years that we were married. And it was like a blizzard. So we're like, I think on day 2 being stuck in the house. If I'm stuck in the house for 6 hours, I feel like it's been 36 days. Like I don't do well with that. So we were delusional. Like we were losing it. We were like,
she's making like recordings of herself.
Yeah, she's like, what's going on?
exactly. Like Blair Witch Project. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't watch TV right now anymore. Like we've surpassed that. So I don't even know how this became a thing that we were doing. I genuinely don't. I think it happened by accident, and then we like made it into a game. But we took turns, and
I really feel like
where we would like go disappear into wherever we needed to get supplies, and we only had like 5 minutes, and we had to like not dress up, but like we had to make an impression of someone that we both knew. And then we had to come out and like see if the other person could guess who we're trying to be.
That's next level. We have nothing to do, and that's so fun.
Oh my gosh, that would be
and
so
it's
much
so
fun.
ridiculous and so embarrassing. But when
so
we
much
haven't
fun.
laughed that hard that many times. Like we were dying.
That's such a good one to like bow on that
Yes,
one, because that is so unexpected that you just actually it's not. I could so see you doing this.
And I thought this was going to another story. I thought that was like,
where are we going? Where are we
like,
going?
No, we could meet at PG, but because you're having to think of like people that have some sort of distinguishing feature,
or
that you can
characteristics or, like,
mannerisms recreate.
Were
with
you allowed
things
to like
you have around
like
your
talk
house
as that person or no?
I think a couple of times, like we tried to keep the words to a minimum.
So this is like charades almost?
So fun.
But almost like charades. Like I drew a mustache on myself at one time with
fun.
eyeliner. Like it was. I mean,
how long did you have to prep before the big reveal?
like 5 minutes.
Oh,
it was
5
like
minutes, okay.
like really quick.
Oh
like
my
go grab
gosh.
whatever you
Wow.
can.
We have to do this
Character
at a party
development in
one
5
day.
minutes.
This is a party.
100%.
Yeah,
So
so
fun.
it was. So apparently, you could do that with just your spouse, or you can invite everyone over and give everyone a
gosh.
sudden death 5 minutes to
I love that.
do that. So,
I love that.
Yeah, when you get delusional, that's when the best ideas come.
Stuck inside with a snowstorm.
Yeah, so keep calm and stay home.
Yes.
Keep calm,
I
stay
love that.
home, save money.
Share some of your favorite low budget or no budget date nights, whether with a spouse or your best friends. Let us know.
Love it.